We are
We're
live.
live. We're live. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
All right. Who are you, Mr. Freakout?
The ball want to go on. John Colder Ice Lawson.
Yeah. Emphasis on the OLD. Anyway, I'm Brent Leary. You know, it's nice that I know it's
When are
nice
you
for
gonna
you.
shave?
I have to shave next week.
I know. Goddamn. Clean it up.
I'll
You got
shave
you
next
got an
week.
event next week.
I
Go
know,
ahead. Tell
so I'll shave
everybody
then.
about your event. Well, no, you can wait till somebody gets you. Wait till you
Oh
get
boy.
give 15 minutes before you go.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking a margarita.
Oh, Margaritaville over there.
Mm-hmm. Friday margarita.
Man, we should have had this damn event this week. Look at this. It was 60 something degrees today.
It's beautiful today.
You know what it's going to be by the time Monday hits?
16?
15 freaking degrees.
Oh, darn, I missed it by one.
Oh my God. It just figures that,
I
these
know,
last
man.
few days, these
I
last few
know.
days we're in the 50s, in the 60s, sunny, not a cloud in the sky.
It's so
Next week,
crazy.
yeah, it's not going to be like
I
that.
mean, we had snow last week. This
Yeah.
week it's the 50s and 60s. Next week, possible snow
Arctic cold weather.
and Arctic cold weather.
People coming in from all parts of the country
Welcome.
expected this Georgia Southern.
Man, this is so out of pocket. Oh, wow. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Anyway, since last we spoke, I believe someone had a birthday.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Happy birthday to me.
You singing to yourself, huh?
Happy birthday. Yeah, what? You going to sing?
Hell no.
Oh, well, then I got to sing to myself. I mean, that's all I got. So woo, there we go. Thank you. Thank
woo.
you.
Come on and
you.
say happy birthday to John Colder Ice Lawson today.
He is 60 years old.
Wow. Putting
This
yourself
took
out there.
6 decades
Woo.
to get this damn good.
Wow. Okay.
Perfection.
Mm.
Perfection.
Definitely not the words I would use. But...
No, well, you could use any word that is a synonym of perfection.
So I'm gonna be nice to all the colder iceaholics, all the what do you call those? The Coach John minions, all the folks that like to come on and irritate the hell out of me with Coach John is the greatest. Oh, here we go.
It's Alan.
And it's not even one of your Jesus. What the hell? All right. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You know why he's saying that?
Why? He's
because
59.
Alan has a rather significant day coming up.
49.
That's equivalent to your day.
Oh, really?
You guys have a lot in common, apparently.
You're gonna be 60 when? How long?
Yeah, Alan, when's your actual
birthday?
Yes. Let us know in the comments. And anybody else who wants to say happy birthday, I'm not going to be a wet blanket about it.
Yeah, don't be a hater, bro. I mean, because you'll be here one day soon.
Yeah, but until then, you and Alan can have all the spotlight you want on this one. But yes. So how was it? Was it the experience you thought it'd be?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, his birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
You guys
I think you fall in line with the Capricorn too.
So you guys
made it.
Can get together on what is that, Tuesday?
Yes, let's have a happy birthday drink. Happy birthday, Alan.
Oh, look at all the balloons and stuff.
Yeah, we let some balloons off for Alan.
You can be a part of that bourbon thing that Paul is going to be doing Tuesday for the welcome reception. But anyway, so do you feel any different?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, the pressure's off.
There was pressure?
That was definitely, look, bro, there's been pressure since I turned 58.
Why? What pressure did you
I don't know. I just, you know what? I was telling somebody the other day, it's like, when do you enter, midlife?
When?
right?
Like what? 45?
Middle age, yeah, 45, right?
I guess.
That's about right, 45, right? So if you enter middle age at 45, when do you enter old age? I think 60 is a good number.
I guess so.
You know what I'm saying? You can't really claim I'm 60 and middle aged anymore. You know,
Well, that's
I'm
true.
senior.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So that was the big thing. I could always, as long as I had a 5 in front, you know. But now it's like it is what it is.
Did you feel like as soon as you hit 60, like your urge to eat dinner at 3 o'clock kick in?
And go to bed at 6, drink warm milk.
Get in on that early bird special.
Bro, I already been going to bed early. Naps are the best thing ever.
Wow. Okay. But all right.
You don't take naps?
I've been taking naps since I was in my teens.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I love a good nap.
I'm a sleep person. I enjoy my sleep when I can get it.
Yeah, yeah.
What about how do you approach like work this year compared to? Is it different for you in any way?
You know what? I'm not. I'm like I said before. I think we talked just before my birthday. I was like talking about, I'm gonna own, or we were talking about this year. I was gonna own my experience and all that.
Yeah,
and that's the difference. I'm showing up as a guy that has been on this planet for 6 decades. I'm showing up as a entrepreneur that built a business in his early 30s, exited last year, and I know some shit. I mean, I'm really just like, wow. And I think also, like, I used to use storytelling a little bit, but now I can do it a lot more.
you were. I give credit where credit is. You've always been a good storyteller. I don't.
Right.
So how does the storytelling change once you hit this 60 year mark compared to what you were doing before? Because like I said, you were a good storyteller before.
I don't know. Now it's like, listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean you have a little bit more confidence? Like,
I think I do. I think I do have a little more, yeah, I definitely do. I think part of my stage persona, like you said, I'm a good storyteller, being on this show and all that kind of stuff. I think part of that was always a skill that I had, but now I'm actually living in it. So I used to put it on. It's like lights on, let's go. Now I'm just going to live in it, and I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to say, fuck it when I want to say fuck. I'm old. I can say what I want. My mama's not around to check me. I ain't embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? It's just all the little things. I feel like a grown up finally.
Jennifer, what do you? First of all, thanks for joining us, Jennifer. But what do you mean? What do you miss?
You miss it.
You miss it. Can you explain that a little bit more? Because I don't exactly know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you?
You miss it?
Oh, you don't know. All right. And then Alan is going. My new mantra, showing up as a guy who has been around for 6 decades.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm leaning into it and earning it. Owning it, not earning it. I've earned it. Now I'm owning it. Yes.
You earned it. Now you own it.
Yeah. And then it's so funny, man. You know the drill. I mean, you tell people how old you are, and they be like, wow, you don't look that old. Or
yeah, but when you say you're 60, that really is another.
It's a whole. It is. It's so stupid. But it's only 1 year difference between 59. But it's
But it's just that number. All right, here we are, Coach John. All right, I said I was gonna. Coach John said he missed the e-commerce. Oh, yeah. Talk a little bit about. Do you really miss it? To me, I don't see you missing it. But
no, I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I don't miss that.
Was that? Let's just talk about it. Was doing e-commerce just a means to an end, or did you have a strong passion for e-commerce?
No, I didn't even know what it was. I mean, of course, over the years, as I got better and better at it, I got more passionate about it. But I was always passionate about technology. and e-commerce was the leading technology. So that's why I'm so into AI, because that's the leading technology. That's why I wrote the book on social commerce. That was the leading tech. I'm just a tech geek. And, being able to earn a living from the technology was like, cherry on top.
You
But
know what? That's really interesting you say that, because in
uh,
a completely different way, I think I came at it from a different perspective. That same thing. I've,
same
I've
thing.
always liked technology, but you know what? I really, going back to college, we were, I went to University of Delaware. It was like, I don't know, 5 or 6% black folks on there, and they had a radio station there, and it was all like rock and roll, all that kind of stuff. And somehow I got hooked into and connected with starting the first like R&B hip hop show on the radio station, and that we had to take that FCC licensing test, and you had to learn how to work your way around a control
The
studio
board,
and all
yeah,
the equipment, and
yes,
that was just so
yes.
cool. That I love that, and so I got my degree in accounting, which I have so much contempt for. I don't like that stuff, but
Wow.
I like the technology.
I had no idea you had an accounting degree.
University of Delaware is known at the time Big Eight accounting. That was their thing.
Oh, okay.
So, and people would tell you, if you want to get a job, you get a degree in accounting. They didn't tell you whether you're going to like it or not.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, you get a job. Well, I got the degree and I hated the shit, but I love the technology. We were taking coding classes and stuff like that. So I found a way to get away from that and transition into something that was more tech heavy, and it just so happened to be programming. Like Visual Basic, Access, even COBOL, all that stuff. But it was a way to play with technology, get paid for it, right? Then I got a chance to do. I don't know how I got involved in this conversation, but anyway, I just vibe with what you said, because when we started doing a radio show in Atlanta back in 2006 or 2007, it got me more passionate to get back in front of the mic, but using the technology to do it. And then all of a sudden, all the technology that was only accessible in a studio became affordable
in your basement.
And which is why when the pandemic hit, I dove very heavily into setting all this stuff up. Yeah. So I found a way to make money off of using the technology stuff I was really fascinated, interested in. And that sounds like what you did with e-commerce.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. And here I am. And it's funny, I have a parallel story in college too. I went to DeVry Institute of Technology, right? Because I was like all into tech. And I was taking the engineering stuff, and I realized, soldering, resistors on the board. I was like, no, that's not what I want. I want to play with the computer. I don't want to build it, and I ended up leaving that field and became a computer operator. And, but it's funny. It's funny. You don't think you're going to be.
Yeah, that's why I said you don't look like you miss e-commerce at all to me, because you already moved on with your AI from e-commerce, although AI applies to everything, let's face it.
Yeah, and I still follow a lot of the content, but I wasn't passionate about e-commerce. I was passionate about the E in e-commerce.
Interesting. I wonder if all those Cold Iceaholic fans are gonna feel a certain way about what you just said about e-commerce. But,
no, they're gonna be fine. Jennifer gets it.
Jennifer, do you get it, or are you like shocked that he basically disparaged e-commerce?
No, I did not. Are you kidding? Oh my god.
He just took a dump on e-commerce.
That's too funny. That is not true. Absolutely not.
All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we talked about earlier today on the show. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, let's welcome Josh Stankler. Do you know
Yay.
Josh? Okay.
Wow, what's up, Josh?
Josh says, ha ha ha, I used to sit in my lessons at school buying and selling on eBay, constantly got in trouble for not doing my work. but it set me up for life. Well, that's cool. That
That's
means Josh got
awesome.
the last laugh on that one.
He sure did. He sure did. Good job, Josh. Heck yeah, man.
So we were talking earlier today about this whole TikTok thing
Mm.
and how, and we would love for Jennifer, Josh, Alan, whoever's out there, give us your take on what do you think is going to happen with TikTok next week.
What's going to happen with
The
TikTok this
Supreme
weekend?
Court just said that it can be banned in the U.S. That was the last thing there. So technically, was it at the end of Sunday or something like that? It could be shut down, right? In the U.S.
Yeah. It's set to be shut down Sunday evening.
So let us know what you think is going to happen with TikTok. Do you think it's going to be shut down? Do you think there's going to be some kind of last minute reprieve? Or I wish I had clipped this out because Ramon, he might have been on to something when he said this. So let's throw it out there. So on an earlier show, we had our buddy Ramon Ray on with us. And we were asking, this whole TikTok thing came up, and he had this thing. He said the way he sees it playing out is it might go black for what, like a
day,
at most a day, but then Trump is going to act like he's going to ride in on his white horse, basically find some way to get a buyer in the U.S. It could be somebody he knows, of course. We're not saying exactly who. I think he did put a name to the thing, but somebody will sweep in, buy it. Trump will bless the deal, let it go through, and then it comes back on pretty much unblemished and unchanged. But Trump will then be able to come in and say, see what happens when I get in. I make things happen. I saved it. I saved all those folks who are making a living off of TikTok. You have me to thank for it. That's how Ramon saw it coming together.
Yeah.
And quite honestly,
he might be onto something.
Might be. What do you guys think?
He will make TikTok great again.
So Alan says TikTok doesn't go. Okay. No, I didn't say all that. TikTok isn't like in the position that X is in. So,
I'm just kidding.
TikTok doesn't go away. Follow the dollars. You always got to follow the dollars. Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah. But I mean, I've been following the dollars and it's like, wow, I didn't even think we would get this far. I thought at some level it would have been derailed by now.
Yeah, because the money is too big. You would think it wouldn't even get close to this. But
and the Supreme Court was unanimous. When was the last time they were unanimous?
1954.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Look what Jennifer says. I guess that's what that peach-like thing is. Probably her way to say Trump is going to take a bribe and keep going.
Oh my gosh, that is the new symbol. Okay, I like that symbol.
But she says she does not think it will be sold.
Yeah, if it's no longer TikTok. That's right. We were talking about that because they're not selling the technology,
which is the
most algorithm.
Idiotic part of all of this.
Not really. That's not idiotic. That's the moneymaker.
Well, I say, who in the right mind would buy TikTok without the algorithm and the data?
Right.
That makes no sense to me.
But I'm saying if you're TikTok, right, and that is your secret, it's like Coca-Cola selling the secret sauce, and it's like, yeah, you can buy our brand, but we're not going to sell you the sauce. The recipe,
or like the KFC, the 11 herbs and spices.
Right, exactly. Because why? TikTok is a global brand. If it even shuts down in America, it still has global dominance. So if it sells the American buyer the secret sauce, then they can go into the market and actually compete with the people that bought their American component.
Yeah, Alan. Who in their right mind would buy Twitter? Oh,
yeah,
wait.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
But he bought Twitter lock, stock, and barrel. He didn't just buy like the users. He bought the technology. He bought all of it.
He got it all.
I just can't imagine what would be so attractive about TikTok if all you were getting were the users, because we all know users, if you don't like, if they don't like some change or switch you make on the platform, they're out of there. So if you don't get the algorithm and the data, how you really don't have a whole lot, because remember, the algorithm and the data is what got billions of people to use these platforms to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, if the next day after the new owner got it and it worked differently, people wouldn't be happy at all.
Absolutely.
They'll rebel on that. You know, it's like,
I
hey,
just
it ain't doing what it used to.
have you heard any evaluation on TikTok, like what it would take to buy it?
I think the offer was 300 billion.
Really? 300 billion?
Let
Ooh,
me make sure. Okay. No,
that
I
would
mean
be
it was quiet. It was a quiet offer.
a record, I believe. Because I think ChatGPT was valued at 100 billion. Or excuse me, OpenAI was valued at 100 billion. I don't know.
Okay. It says it's well north of 100 and potentially up to 200. Best case.
Nobody can buy it then. No one even Elon couldn't really. Well, I guess he could technically, but he would spend all his money. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean it would be a lot of people getting together.
Yeah, but it
And
would
then
be headed
here's the
down.
other thing in this story. The story said that's what it's worth, but without the algorithm, it's a 40 to $50,
I
fifty
was gonna
billion.
say a buck 50. If you don't give me
Yeah.
the algorithm, I would pay like $2, because the algorithm. It's like that old parable. You give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man to fish, he eats for a living or for a lifetime. If you don't put the algorithm in there, you're only going to let that guy live for a day. You need the algorithm to learn how to actually make the money. I don't see how anybody in their right mind would do that. Let's
This
see,
is
what
good.
does Jennifer
This
say?
is good. I'm going
A
to read this
ban
real
is
quick.
going to hurt a lot of small and medium-sized businesses.
Absolutely. We know that. We definitely feel that.
I think the hurt, even feeling that that's the case, the depths of the hurt, I don't think anybody would realize until it actually happened. Because there's
Yeah.
probably a lot of people out there using this thing in ways that we don't even see. That could be
Right.
very
But
devastating.
here's the thing. Money doesn't dry up.
Right.
It moves.
It moves.
So yeah, I mean it doesn't it's not like, yes, some businesses are gonna hurt, but then other businesses are gonna be, you know, wealthier. So I mean, I don't think it's like somebody said, oh, TikTok has been responsible for X amount of billions into the, market or the GDP. I don't think TikTok closing down is going to be like, oh, the GDP crashed for that amount of money. No, it's not. It just moves other places.
Well, I mean, TikTok, as much money as we're talking about, it's a drop in the bucket to the overall, the
Yeah,
aggregate economy.
it was just starting to even make a bleep on the
Yeah.
on the GDP. So it just this is this. It says without its algorithm, like I said, this is an AP story. Without its algorithm, it's 40 billion, right? Attorneys for ByteDance have claimed it's impossible to divest the platform commercially and technologically. I don't know how they pulled that word out. They also say any sale of TikTok without the algorithm, the platform's secret sauce, that Chinese authority would likely block under any divestiture plan. It would turn the US version of TikTok into an island disconnected from other global content.
That we all know where the money maker is in this. It's data and algorithms.
Right.
It
And for
Go ahead.
this to work, no, but for this to work, it's going to take, and remember what I said on the back of what, you know, uh,
Ramon?
Ramon said was that I think Trump will come in, but I think it's going to stay the same. And I think he's going to make a deal with China, and that's how it's going to come back. I don't think it's going to transfer hands.
So
It's not that simple.
no ownership change will be
I
made.
just don't see that happening because just reading that story, it's basically saying China is not going to give up the company if you want to take its
Algorithm stuff.
algorithms And then if you don't take the algorithms,
It's
what do you
useless.
want it for?
Yeah, it's useless.
Yeah.
So why do you think all of a sudden this RedNote is taking off? It's still a Chinese-based company.
Because people are stupid.
Well, are they
I mean,
stupid
they
or
are.
are they desperate?
No, I think they're stupid. They're that's a stupid. It's like, oh, it's almost like, oh, so you don't want us on a Chinese company? Okay, we're gonna find another Chinese company, and and then everybody's moving over to
Yeah,
that.
that doesn't really. The
It's
logic
just,
there is not.
you know. Do you understand? Like, RedNote is in Mandarin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what the damn button says to press. It's so
But
ridiculous
yet, still, you're seeing a lot of people. Maybe it's
because
just
they
that.
stupid. There's other platforms out here that are English. What about Fanbase? You know, that's a platform. It's kind of unique and cool, and you know, I see it being talked about a little bit. You know, and that's a U.S. based company. So
Banning TikTok might not curb China's tech influence. It might just make it trendier.
it might.
And that's what it sounds like. It's almost sort of like you think you're going to shut us down. You can't shut us down. We'll just go over here. China's a big country. They got lots of tech companies there. We'll just go over there. That doesn't necessarily solve the problem, but here it is. An interesting point here. I'll just read this. I just found this kind of interesting. Yeah, the Chinese government is definitely mining my data, but so is the Zuck. And Zuck's Facebook never gave me. Now, this is where it gets a little ridiculous.
Stupid.
The perfect
Yeah,
step-by-step tutorial of how to contour my face for
this is
truly.
this is your motivating factor.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. Stupid.
I mean, you had me with when you got up to the Zuck never did any, and then it just went off the rails for me. But there's a lot of that sentiment apparently out there, which is I don't know.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what it's like? It's almost like when there's an election and there's two people to choose from, and you really don't like neither of the two options, but one of them is just ridiculously bad. The other one you really just don't like. And because you really just don't like them, even though they might not be that as bad for you as this guy is or girl, you just sit it out or you vote for the person because you don't like this person. You just don't like them for whatever reason. Although there's a crazy person on the other end. That's what it's like. No, I hope I was general enough for her.
Man.
Let's see. Jennifer is like going off in here. Let's see. And Zuck
because and you know what Jennifer built? She built a huge following on TikTok. TikTok is very responsible for her. If I hope she doesn't mind me just telling some of her journey, but it is very responsible for her journey, and she's tried the same kind of things to build it on other platforms, and it ain't working the same way it works on TikTok. It's very unique to her business, and I get it. Yeah.
So she is directly impacted.
I think she's directly impacted.
Jennifer, have you built?
I never even thought about that, but yeah, she's directly.
Jennifer, have you built a business kind of on top of TikTok at this point? Like, are you actually deriving real revenue from whatever you do on TikTok? Be really interested in finding that out. And
you know what? I would like to know this question: what percentage of your business would you say is driven by TikTok? I think that would be interesting.
And on top of that,
yeah,
what happens if they do shut it down? What do you do if it's down for a significant amount of time?
Yeah. What do you think happens?
Okay, so she says I made a good chunk of money from TikTok in 2023. Okay, so
I think she's saying she probably divested.
2023.
Yeah, she must be saying she divested in 2024 a little bit,
which is probably a smart move. What do you divest in? Like when one of the revenue drivers, social media platforms works good, but starts to falter on you, what happens? Because I'm guessing that's going to happen a lot. All right, it's fallen off dramatically. Most of my business is from IG and Facebook in 2024 and beyond.
Oh, great.
So Zuck,
Good.
Zuck has got you. Is that scary though? To me, that's kind of scary because
I mean, this is e-commerce, bro.
eh,
This is e-commerce. All e-commerce is depending on somebody.
I guess
Whether
when
it's
you think about
Google,
it, Amazon, of course.
yes, Google, Amazon, Shopify. I mean, e-commerce. You're beholden to a lot of overlords.
So Alan is saying his Gen Z kids, which are very talented kids, by the way, his twin girls are excellent musicians and singers and choreographers and all that kind of stuff. His Gen Z kids will miss the discovery they get for their yeah, of course they're in the direct line of the value of TikTok really helps with what they do because in a sense they are content creators. They're just not folks sitting there reacting to stuff. They're actually creating new art. So I can see how that's done for them. All right. So Jennifer says, well, my customers are talking about leaving. It's scary, but I don't have options. See, that's the thing, man. There's no options because there's so few hands in control of all these massive platforms. And that means if they wake up on the bed at the side of the bed weird, they might say, you know what, I feel bad. I'm going to make everybody else feel bad, so I'm going to do this change on my platform. And then people like Jennifer are directly impacted significantly.
And now that goes back to the question, do I miss e-commerce?
So I'm guessing that would reinforce your no.
That part of it, I don't miss.
then she says she's getting off of Amazon. I mean, how can you do both? I mean, that's where the traffic is, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a traffic. It's a traffic beast. It's crazy, man. It's hard. It's hard out here in these streets, man. Yeah, it's hard to be a hustler.
But you've got a new book out.
Yes, I do, don't I?
Yes, you do. I hear it was number one on Amazon for.
I know. You know how that works.
I know exactly how it works.
For 15 minutes.
You got like, did you do one of these? I need everybody to buy the book at 10 a.m. on the dot, right at the same time.
I'm sorry, I'm plugging in this plug, but no, I didn't do that.
I know some people have,
and I ain't hating them for it because the sales are the sales.
But if you can make those sales at the same time,
hey, it's a lovely thing.
You can get that rank and get that screenshot. Thing. Get that screenshot. That's all that matters.
I got the screenshot, bro. I got the screenshot. That's all that matters. You know, it's forever long now. But yes, I do have a new book. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Would you care to regale us with your new book?
Yes, I will tell you about my new book. My new book is called the AI Power Move Blueprint. The AI Power Move Blueprint. Street Smart Systems for can't even talk.
Yeah, come on, get the title out right, man. I mean,
Street Smart Systems for Strategic Business. What's
very
funny?
Long title, by the way.
Well, you know, I get it. And what's funny is when I put it together, when I was trying to say it, I couldn't say it either. So, actually, I had an earlier.
Wait a minute, let me ask you: Did AI have a say in what this title was?
AI wrote the book.
Did it also give you the title?
Of course. It helped
that's
me.
Why
it helped me with the title.
I was ready to say you need to have the human in the loop to override.
No, I'm human in the loop.
Gibberish.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm human in the loop. Absolutely.
All right.
You know, but that's why the title is so long, you know, because it's got the colon in the middle. The AI Power Move Blueprint. Strategic Street Smart Systems for Business, whatever.
Okay.
But anyway, yes. I'm excited, man. I really am because, like I said, it was written with AI as my co-author.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Since you are going to be at the event next week, and I was talking about the event, and we're going to do our little Pass the Mic in front of our live studio.
Pass the mic.
You're going to have your book in the house?
I hope so.
You hope so? Oh my!
It's on its way.
When is it supposed to get here?
It said between the 20th and the 23rd.
Oh my goodness.
So
Anyway, all right. Well, if it is
it
there,
could get here the day after the event.
yeah, which would do us no
But
good.
you know what I could always do? I could always hold up a picture of it.
Oh, nice.
I'm just
Okay.
teasing. But what were you going to say? You're going to buy one for everybody? Oh, Brent, thank you so much.
Yeah, that words that will never be said. No, I was just gonna say I will make sure we get a good chance to talk about it during this show. When we're in front of a live studio audience of Alan will be there. Alan will be in the audience, hopefully. Yeah, that would be cool. All right, let's see, Jennifer. Amazon takes its time on author copy.
It does. It does. I should have just ordered a regular copy and it had been here in 2 days. Maybe I'll do that anyway, just to make sure I have a physical to
Oh, you can just order a one-off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
Prime delivery.
I got it on my my Kindle app. So.
Well, there you go. See, we can hold up your Kindle.
Yeah, that's not quite the same. But...
I can sign your Kindle screen.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen either.
No?
I don't need you to make your mark on my.
Bro, I appreciate you, ordering it.
Of course.
But in the introduction,
right?
I think before the introduction,
who did who wrote your introduction for you, or
it was me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do one of those things.
Oh, the forward thing.
Yeah, I didn't do a forward kind of thing, or nothing.
Oh, Jennifer is supporting.
I appreciate you.
Order the Kindle version. Absolutely.
So much. But in there, I tell everybody this book was co-authored with AI, because obviously it's a book about AI and how AI can transform your business and how you should use it for different content and different creation.
Where are you looking? You're looking in the wrong camera.
I'm looking. You know what? I don't even have a camera over here. I'm actually looking at my niece. And it's a picture of my niece over here. And I was just admiring how cute she looks.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'm sorry. Yes.
No,
but anyway.
Quite all right.
You never look at the camera.
But I have the camera. I'm like centered, I'm always looking down, but I'm right in front of the camera.
You rarely look at the camera.
Because you know what? It's because I still have that radio station thing going. Like,
yeah, you have the radio station, but I'm the radio.
I'm talking to the mic. That's just. That's
you do have a face for radio. So
there you go. On. You've got an age for radio. How about that? You and Alan. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't
talk radio.
Alan catching talk strays. Alan catching strays over here.
Oh my gosh. All of this.
All right. So next week is the big inauguration. What do you foresee is going to happen in the first year of the second Trump administration? Will it have any kind of impact on what we do as business people, small business people?
Oh, you know what? Honestly, if you're a business person, if you're an investor, I really believe there's going to be a lot of opportunity in 2025. You need to take advantage of it, because I don't know how long it's going to last.
You want to be a little bit more specific about?
I can't be about what?
What to invest? What areas we should be looking at investing?
I mean, come on. I mean, who knows? But I definitely believe crypto is going to blow the hell up. It's already showing those signs. So in the beginning, it's going to do some cool things. Of course, AI is going to keep being AI. I don't know where that is going to go. But I just think there's going to be a lot of money flowing and a lot of money changing hands. And if you get in the middle of that, I think there's opportunity there. So, I've seen a lot of people just like, I'm not going to participate kind of attitude. That would be detrimental to your own survival.
Why are they saying that they don't want to participate? I don't get that. Why?
I just think people, are so politically divided, which Yeah. I mean, come on, here, let's just talk. Let's talk black to black, okay?
Okay.
Here's the deal. Black people, dear black people,
Wasn't that a
you
movie?
are, huh?
Wasn't that a
Should be,
movie?
that might be a movie. It might be, it might be. But dear black people, stop being so damn invested in something that's not invested in you.
Mm.
Okay? Stop it. Stop believing the hype. It ain't got shit to do with you. We've always had our own struggle. Where we are has nothing to do with who's in the White House. Nothing. We had a black man in the White House. We didn't move any further on the needle when he was in there. This guy in the White House is not going to move us backwards. Stop it. Our existence is because we exist. Stop it.
All right, so I'm going to take a different tact to this. I'm going to say I'm going to talk about the stock market and investing in things that I kind of know a little bit more about than some of the other stuff you mentioned. If you had invested money 20 years ago, 25 years ago, you would have been making a lot of money now. It doesn't matter who was you can basically say that for almost every 4-year period. If you had invested 20 years ago, 24 years ago, you would have made money.
Hold on.
What?
You can't make money in the stock market until you sell.
You can still, your wealth grows. Like it's almost like saying your house, you don't make money off your house until you sell it, but you can see how it grows in wealth or in value. So all I'm saying,
I honestly believe there's going to be a crash here.
And you know what? There's always a crash, but guess what?
There's always a crash. You're right.
There's always a recovery, and it doesn't matter.
There's always a recovery. A crash is a sale, isn't it?
But over time,
it
goes up.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't matter who's in the office. So even if you don't like the person who's in office, that shouldn't stop you from investing. That would be the dumbest thing you could do.
Right.
Because that way you will assure yourself of not getting as far ahead as you.
But don't chase bubbles.
No, you shouldn't chase anything.
Don't chase bubbles. Because I think a lot of people might, because I think there's going to be this, I don't know if it's going to be a hockey stick, but it's going to be a big curve on certain things, but I don't know how long that's going to last. And then we could crash.
If you're of a certain age, like young, you don't even have to worry about a lot of this stuff. Just if you just dollar cost average your investment, you're going to make money in the end. Now, when you get to our age, it becomes a little bit more. You need to really be, you really need to keep on it because we're going to be checking out in a couple of years or whatever. I don't know. Right. When I say checking out, I mean like retiring.
No, we're going to be cashing in.
Yeah, that. But so when you're a certain age group, you got to be a little bit more mindful of the time horizon. But if you guys are young, Gen Z, you should be putting just on a regular cadence, a regular basis, just putting money in every month.
Yes.
Because when you get to be our ages, if you've done that,
you're gonna be gold.
Chances are you're gonna make some nice money.
You're gonna be gold.
But if you let this politics keep you from doing things because you don't want to give somebody credit, the only person you're hurting is yourself if you do that kind of stuff. You don't want to do that.
That's wisdom there, folks.
And you know what?
I hate to say that. It made sense.
He's just getting me back from earlier on. That's all. All right. Alan is saying, what is this? Dollar cost averaging is greater. Thank you, Alan. If you're young enough, you can make some money. It might not be as fast as you like, but you can make some money.
I just unplugged myself.
Yeah, we can still hear you though. So, there's
I know. I realized that. Yeah. I just realized that today that these headphones do not have a microphone.
Oh.
The microphone is actually on the computer. I realized that just today.
Who said you couldn't teach an old dog a new trick?
Well, an old dog.
So guess what? Alan is coming to town next week.
Can't wait to see you again, Alan.
Alan is doing a session with his buddy Jeff Gomez on transmedia, storytelling, corporate narratives, a whole bunch of stuff. His buddy Jeff, he and let me know if I'm getting this wrong, Alan. He's worked on like blockbuster movie franchises like the Marvel stuff, the Pirates of the Caribbean. Put some other of the stuff that Jeff has worked on in the comments there, Alan. He's worked on the kind of the revitalization. You're in my age group. You remember Ultraman?
I'm not
Oh
a
my
big.
God, Ultraman was the thing back when I was a little kid.
Was it a cartoon?
It was one of those Chinese based or Japanese. I think
Okay,
maybe
and what
Japanese.
did he do? What was his power?
Well, he had the beta capsule, and it was like he was like a regular looking dude, but when he pulled out the beta capsule, he turned into this big. He turned into Ultraman.
Was it a glowing thing?
It was like this. You're gonna make me have to get a picture of this. Kind of hard to explain, but it was in the 60s and the early 70s. Little kids, it was on TV.
I'm sure I've seen it.
So
it sounds familiar.
So just recently, all right, so there it is. So he worked on Spider-Man, Avatar, Men in Black, Pirates of the Caribbean, and
Never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard. And the revitalization of the Ultraman. Now, if you go on to Netflix, they have a new Ultraman series on, and apparently, and his Alan's buddy Jeff was one of the people that helped put the story around the rebirth of this whole franchise. So they're going to come in and talk about that aspect of storytelling and how it can be applied to regular folk business things. So we got that. We got folks. We got a sports panel. We got folks coming from the New York Yankees, the New York Giants, the Atlanta Hawks, the Indianapolis Colts. And the San Jose Sharks too. That's right. So they're going to be talking about what they do.
Wait, no Rams?
I believe me, I wish I could.
Wow, really?
No, but we're busy this weekend because we got stuff to do. So I ain't mad.
Yeah, okay. I get no Falcons.
They don't got no stuff to do.
We ain't got we ain't doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
we're watching TV.
Yeah, he watching that. So we got sports, we got entertainment, we got the gaming industry, we got some stuff around gaming and what they're doing with community and how that can be applied. I mean, we got so many interesting things. Got Brian Solis coming in. He's going to do a keynote on it and talk about his new book, Mind Shift. Man, we got so much going on. And if anybody out there is interested in checking it out virtually, I wish I had the visual for this, but all you have to do is go to IRL. That's in real life, basically. IRL2025.com. Hit the register button, and you can watch virtually. And what's going to be cool is there's 4 different streams could be going at the same time. We got the general session going on. We're going to have the shows that we do at PPN. We're streaming the shows in front of a live studio audience kind of thing. We've got while you watch Monday Night Football, you have the general broadcast, you have the Manning cast. We even have a players cast. So while we're going to have a group of people who are watching the general session, but having a running conversation going and bringing on guests. That's a 3rd stream. And then we have a 4th stream, which is as the general session and all the keynotes are going on, we're going to have Heather Willems, so she does these visualizations as the people are speaking. She's actually doodling out and drawing, bringing to life what they're talking about, bringing a visualization of what they're talking about. We have a Heather cam set up specifically that if you just want to watch her do her thing, you can watch her do her thing, or you can switch between all 4 of them. All you have to do is go to IRL2025.com and hit the register. And it's not just cameras set up and you guys just watch what's going on. We got virtual hosts. We got virtual hosts they're only going to be talking to you guys, the actual virtual audience. And our friend Monique Johnson is one of those folks. So you're going to have a different kind of experience with a virtual team of folks who are actually going to be with you and not focused on the folks in the room. They're going to be focused on the virtual audience. We got folks in the room that'll handle all that stuff, but we want a virtual host to really pay attention to what the folks are watching from wherever they're watching it. So IRL2025.com. You'll see me, School, Mr. Lawson. And
that has never happened. What are you bringing? Some special weapon? What the hell?
Yeah, I'll let him talk about his book. We'll get that in there. But yeah, it should be, it should be fun. It's all kind of an experiment in thought leadership conferences in a 2.0 kind of setting. We'll see. We don't know if it's gonna work or not. We'll see. We'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah, we hope it will be. Yeah. So let me shout out. We couldn't even pull this off if we didn't have great support from our sponsors: Zoom, Zoho, Oracle, Salesforce, User Testing, Pega. I think I got them all. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to try most of this stuff if we didn't get the support we got from those folks. So next Wednesday, sign up for it now, IRL2025.com. It's free. You don't have to pay a thing. Matter of fact, you're not even going to get hit on for marketing or any type of stuff like that, because this ain't a lead gen thing. This is pure thought leadership stuff. We're not asking you to sign up for a damn thing.
Wow.
So we'd love to have it. Anyway, that is if the snow doesn't completely tear us out.
No, it doesn't. It's not going to completely. I mean, you got your virtual. And if that wasn't enough for you, the day after is TSP game plan.
Oh,
so
what's that?
Check that. That's TSP, and that's our big mastermind event.
Yeah, but that's not open to the public, or is
No, it's open to the public.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys like your club members. You do your secret handshake.
Well, we do ours the day before. But the day after your event, if they want some more information around, marketing, commerce, online stuff, they can go there. TSPgameplan.com. Or
all righty.
Tickets.tsp, something like that. But anyway, look it up.
Yeah,
Tickets.tspgameplan.com.
Just give them the wrong information and tell them.
I know that would be stupid.
All right, yeah, Alan, we will see you soon.
I know. Wow, I haven't seen Alan in years.
Yeah, and you already got we're gonna have the Flying Biscuit cater the breakfast.
Oh, whoa! Wow,
yeah.
Flying Biscuit.
Yeah. We're gonna do it up. We're gonna give you some Southern food.
All you shrimp and grits.
Yeah, or as we're going to say grits and
shrimp. That was too hilarious.
Yeah. All right, folks. So hopefully, we'll see you next Friday. I think I hope to have been recovered.
From what?
From Wednesday doing this event. I'm gonna need a day to recover.
Oh, you mean by the time we get here again?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hopefully.
All right, folks. We're still doing this in 2025. So we'll see you next week.